What's up, everybody? Welcome to From Boys to Men, the podcast. Super excited to have you guys here once again. I hope y'all checked out the last episode. If you didn't, you got to go check it out because it's funny. Like, I don't even know any other way to put it. Like, it's pretty funny.
Hilarious.
Like, y'all got to check it out. Even though we were talking about something kind of serious, but yet it was still funny. We like to always put our own little twist on things, even though we may be talking about a real subject. We try to do our best to lighten the mood every now and again and still keep things kind of even keel. So I hope you all enjoyed that. All of us are back, as we always are. I got to say, quick, real shout out to my man Chuck. He about to have a kid next week, man.
Yo,
and that junk is super dope.
clap it up.
It's super dope.
Facts.
So give my man a clap.
Next episode, y'all see. We're gonna have
a baby right here.
We're gonna have a dad in the mix.
So I'm definitely gonna have my son sit next to me next time.
I don't know about that.
I don't think Brittany gonna allow that, but that's cool. That's cool.
I don't think
it
that's
sounds good. I don't even know if it sounds good, but
It don't.
We
We just gonna slide past like
No.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
maybe if we in a few years, if we still doing this in a few years.
I was trying to DJ Khaled that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Get your mans.
All right,
Whose
so
mans is this? Anywho.
I guess it's
And
no better
another
time. Something weird is happening right now. It's no better time to go ahead and get into a good old.
Story time. Oh, my bad. I took your shot.
Wow, he took your line, bro.
Story time with Don. Crazy. Yo. What up, good peoples? Yo, this one gonna be short and simple real quick, you know. This ain't even during the COVID time, so this was maybe like, I was like 19, 20, something like that.
Well, yeah, way before COVID then.
Hold on.
Dog, you so disrespectful. I told y'all, you see how he be doing me? Anyways, so
Yeah, that was a minute ago.
I was a college student, you know, I don't know if anybody do this, had this problem, a struggling college student. And I, what I'm saying, I needed a haircut, couldn't get a haircut. And this is before I, could go to my brother Mark over here and be like, yeah, hey, bro, line me up real quick, woo, woo, woo. So I decided to experiment with some clippers one time.
I did used to cut hair, man, a little bit. I ain't got no license, but I can still cut you up if you need to, $10. Nah, I'm joking. It's gonna be 20, but hit me up.
Anyways, so I tried to experiment with some clippers, right? And it started off good. I'm like, okay. Everybody done seen them videos. You make that one mistake, you pressing too hard. But it was I had a guard on. I'm like, pressed a little too hard. I'm talking about patch, boy. You Patch Adams out here.
To the scalp?
He couldn't have had the right guard on, dog, because no matter how hard you press,
the
guard blocks
zero
all
way
that.
he had a guard. I mean,
So
not
anyways,
the right guard,
Did the
no
guard come off?
guard. He had no guard.
Unless he was like lightly going over the top.
I was real light with it.
Wait, did you have an afro?
God.
I needed a cut back. It ain't like as bad. It ain't like my fro I had, a couple
He was
weeks
out
ago.
here, he was out here looking like Jimmy Butler in the bubble. He was looking like Jimmy Butler in the bubble, dog.
I guess if you had a smaller guard
Man,
on,
a little
you could have
bit.
went
So
low.
anyways.
But if you went to the skin, you ain't had no guard on.
No, I mean, it was still some hair there. It was just, you could tell that it was messed up.
Tragic.
You didn't have the right guard.
I don't think he remembered this, but after I did that, literally like 10 minutes later, after I just kept complaining about it, I called Chuck over here. And
I do remember that.
That's right. He used to cut his hair all the time.
remember
I called him
that,
immediately.
John.
He was like, hey, bro, I need you to come over here and do my hair. So what happened?
His hair was looking rough.
Rough.
Man.
Out here looking like George Jefferson. Boy was looking bold.
It was patchy. Patch Adams over here.
I ain't know what. I was like, bruh.
Luckily, though, he fixed
Not
it.
George Jefferson.
He fixed it, though. I was clean after that. He fixed it. He, faded it up, cleaned it up. I was clean. So, more of the story is, if you can't cut your hair and you want to experiment, don't experiment.
I feel like a lot of people experimented last year.
I mean, you had no choice.
I seen some videos,
COVID
dog.
cuts, bro.
Man, what?
I'm not going to take my chance and let my hair grow. I'm good.
Yeah, it sound good until you out here looking like a wildebeest, and you got to figure it out. Like we got to do something with this or figure something out.
Factual.
You got to know somebody that know how to cut. Like
I mean, it was COVID time. I wasn't going. We wasn't going over.
you
nobody.
said, it wasn't COVID time.
No,
I'm
back in the
confused.
day, I was broke. I was a broke college. Look here, man. I was a
you
broke
said COVID.
college student. No, this was before. I said pre-COVID. It was before COVID when this
Okay.
happened.
Okay.
Pre-COVID.
Here we go with the disrespectfulness.
We're talking a decade before COVID.
Anyways,
I mean, I get where G coming from because you did say you was like this before COVID, and I mean like it's like way before COVID. So yeah, I mean,
you act like it was like a few months ago.
I thought it was like 2019.
Yeah.
Like,
the way you said it was like it was recent, but before.
Yeah, but you're talking about 2000. But anywho,
Dang man, hold on.
bro, he's so disrespectful.
Hold on, you
the
gotta
fact
chill,
that he
bro.
said 2000,
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure in 2000 I was still a little kid.
my bad.
I don't even know if he was born in 2000. So.
No, I don't think he was.
And that was
He don't even want to say it now.
Story time. It's a wrap. Story time with Dom.
He never gonna have story time with Dom ever again.
Anywho,
Hey man, just keeping it 100.
You definitely keep it 100 because you be super transparent.
I'm
on this
pretty
show.
sure he don't even care.
Yeah, like I don't think he does.
I think
Sometimes.
people gonna start walking up to him on the street, like, "You dumb, right?"
wait till this podcast get big, Dom. You gonna regret all these story times. I'm telling you.
People going back to the
We
archives.
gonna
talking about,
start
"Hey,
doing
remember
live
that story?"
shows, and people gonna be.
They gonna be out here like,
Gonna
hey
get
man,
trolled.
it's February. You got the right shoes on?
I know.
They'll be asking if you out here wearing the right shoes while you running to the bus.
What's
They'll
good?
be
You see how they treat me?
they'll be like,
You see how they treat me?
Dom got some J's on, bro. Hey, make sure
What
you get
is
this on
wrong
camera.
with me putting on some J's?
Nothing because you got them
it's
on
just
the
the
whole
winter
time.
time when it's ice out.
I do got J's on today.
But when it's 6 inches of snow, you should probably put on some boots. Typically,
Right. Maybe some Timbs.
I mean you ain't got to stare at me like that. I
You
mean,
can't even get the Walmart specials. They do better than the J's.
Okay, wow, that was
I'm talking about the boots.
Anywho,
Complete
we not about to go backwards in time. We trolled Dom enough about his shoe wear in the
Is
winter
it really
time.
backwards in time when like
He's still doing it.
he? I wasn't gonna say that, but I mean, yeah.
I can't live out
Hey,
here.
I tried.
can't live
I
out
tried
here.
to help you out.
I can't live out here.
Well, that was a story time with Dom.
Interesting.
I can't even ask you if you enjoyed it because I'm not sure what to think of it myself. But no, I'm joking.
No,
joking.
you're not.
Nah, but man, that is a interesting story, as usual. This week, let's go ahead and get it. Oh wait, what would we like to say? A bad segue?
Yeah, that's for a bad segue.
So anyway, we gotta get into this conversation. Now this one gonna be kind of cool. Even though, like I said, we always like to make fun, have fun when we talk about our topics and things like that. But this week is actually just a cool topic. It's kind of like, so I don't even want to just make it simple because it's not like it's about sports, right? Some of y'all like already looking, y'all like, I don't care about sports. Cool. It's not necessarily, I'm not about to run out some stats for y'all, nothing like that. We ain't about to be talking about Jordan. But the point is,
Maybe one day.
but we want to talk about some experiences that we had with sports, whether it be recent or in the past. Now, I got a ton of stories when it comes to sports. I've been playing sports since I got like a sports family. Like we played sports, a bunch of us played sports, different things like that. But like the biggest sport that we like in the family was like football. Like all my brothers played football. My stepfather played football. I played football. Like that, we played a lot of football. But then I also played basketball and a couple other sports. So I got one sport that I like. I'm really mad I didn't play was baseball though. Because first of all, I'm short. Like let's just keep it 100. I'm short. So I don't want to say I didn't have a chance at playing professional.
You ever thought about being a jockey?
Football? Wow, the disrespect is
What?
beyond.
What? Where did that question even come from?
It's a sport.
Now I'm out here.
It's a sport.
Now I'm out
Absolutely
here.
a sport.
Now I'm out here racing horses.
Yeah.
Like what's going on here?
Just saying.
Wow.
Lucrative sport too.
It is, but have you ever seen any of them walking down the street?
Nah.
You don't care nothing about what they do for a living. Like, I'm just saying.
Oh,
Anywho,
man,
back
that's
to your
the
baseball
jockey that-
story.
I mean, if any of y'all jockeys that watch us, even though I don't think y'all are, no disrespect. But let's just keep keep it 100. A lot of y'all look a little weird, but that's
Wow.
They rich though. So
We
that's
just
all
lost that one.
But y'all got
jockey.
bread though. Y'all got bread.
I lost. Apparently, Chuck said I lost that one jockey. So my bad. Come talk to me if you got a problem.
They gonna stand eye to eye.
Oh, we doing that, huh? Okay, cool.
Once again, you see how they treat people out here, bro? You see how they treat people?
Now all of a sudden I'm 4'6". My goodness, wow, that's interesting. So anyway, you would swear these cats is out here like 6'8". Like they not even that tall.
We ain't nowhere
they
near it.
regular tall
Nowhere
people.
near it.
They regular 6 foot tall people. Like come on. Anyway,
In comparison,
so in comparison to who? You not that tall. Like anyway, we're not gonna get into that.
Let's not.
Because
You wish you could play baseball.
I genuinely am not like I ain't got the small man complex. Like I don't care that I'm short.
No, you haven't.
I actually
You don't.
He don't.
I've always not cared that I'm short. Just
but to be honest, I care because I wish I was taller.
so the truth comes out.
What?
The truth comes out.
I wish I was taller.
We ain't even got to the topic,
honestly.
and we got so much good
So
content. right
here's
here.
the thing, right? And this actually kind of has something to do with sports, right?
I believe it. I feel like I know
My
where you're going with
grandfather was 6'11".
Wow.
this. Wow.
My grandmother's 5'10". My mother 6'2". My biological father, from what I was told, was 5'8". Pissed me off. I was so upset.
That's disrespectful.
You was already mad at him for so many other reasons. Man.
Heard some more news. It was like,
Now you mad about the
I was absolutely supposed
you
to have
was
at
5'8"
least
too?
5 to 6, maybe even 7 more inches on my height.
Was his parents tall too, or do you
I
not
have
know?
no idea.
You don't know.
I don't know any of them.
So maybe that whole side of the family was short.
Possibly. He was probably the tall person.
That's why you're still semi-tall, because a lot of your mother's side was actually tall, but the father's side was like me.
Exactly.
Cool.
So I feel like, Elliot gonna come out, my son, gonna come out about your height. And then surpass me by the time he's like 12.
He's definitely. Wait, hold on.
I just forgot. Is he throwing shade or not? I don't know. He didn't even catch it.
Like he didn't catch the shit.
He throwing shade or not right now?
He threw it, and I didn't really like.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
like-
over my head.
I'm like, what? Is he
Pun
throwing
intended.
shade?
So you know what I'm saying? Like he literally.
He was about to keep talking like he never had
Yeah. And then I thought about it, like he said, like birth, like next week he's gonna be mine. I'm like, bro, wow. So apparently this episode's
We
gonna
just
be
trying to
about
keep it
clouting
light.
how short Mark is.
We just trying to keep it light. Trying to keep
Our
it
bad.
For the record, I'm 5'7". I'm not that short. Okay, whatever. Anyway,
Right.
So, God, man,
Hey,
they
but
be
look.
acting like I'm out here like I'm literally 4'2".
Regardless, 5'7". Let's be honest. Even 5'7", this man on the court was still a beast. On the field, still a beast. So height don't really play that much of a factor if you can still keep your game up.
I could have been a beast, but the problem was I didn't play all my years when I should have. So that's what I was gonna get into.
Also, he's injury prone, so he.
Hold on, we're not doing that.
Oh, we gonna get to it, just not right now.
Disregard what recently happened, right? Mark, you've always gotten injured and then continue to play.
Oh well, yeah, that's not really injury prone.
What? If you keep getting injured, how
No.
what?
Okay, so G, have we not had a conversation? Okay, yes. By wording.
Okay, by wording.
By wording.
Look it up.
Google that. Google the word injury.
Okay, what?
By wording, yes. That is injury.
I was like,
prone.
okay, yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
will give you that. But we all know in sports there's levels to injury.
Right,
Okay?
right.
That's all I'm
Facts,
saying.
facts,
If you
facts.
are not
There's
actually
absolutely
out
levels
on
to
the
injury.
sidelines,
Everybody hurt, but
that's what I
everybody
consider
injured.
an injury prone person. It's somebody who
Yeah,
can't
everybody
play.
get hurt though. I mean,
Like that's
when you get
that's
injured,
all.
you out.
I definitely
Yeah,
always.
I got you.
I never. Okay, so that's funny they brought that up. I actually never really too many times had serious injuries on like when I played sports. Like
broken.
not like
Broken finger.
yeah, like I've broken fingers, but that don't stop you from playing. If you broken finger, if you stop playing because you I'm gonna step on some toes. 'Cause this generation these days y'all a little soft. So I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I'm just keeping that 100.
We just
So
literally
anyway.
lost a whole generation, but we're gonna go ahead.
I mean,
Moving on.
press next. I don't know. Anyway, So,
I had to let Mark finish his soliloquy.
My
We
bad.
keep taking him in 900
yeah,
different directions.
y'all really do, right? I was over here talking about wanting to play baseball.
Yeah, but I say that's
Now-
why I was trying to get you back on topic. All
Talking
the
about
way,
baseball.
all the way back to your baseball.
And now I'm injury prone, like I'm AD.
right?
Like, come on,
exactly.
bro.
I was trying to steer you. I was trying to steer you. I was trying to steer
Jeez.
you right back to.
I appreciate it. You
I
tried
was
to
trying to
guide me
steer
back.
you back to baseball.
All right, we back. So, I wanted to play baseball.
Right.
No, the reason why I say that though is I kind of I don't regret too many things in my life. I feel like everything happens for a reason or whatever. But like I do wish I might have considered it or played like say in high school and things like that because for my like on the real for my height that was probably the better option I would have had to go further in it.
Right.
And I feel like I was I was a real good athlete for the most part when I was younger. And so like I feel like I would have had a better chance of really going further with that as opposed to like football's cool, but once you get to the higher levels, if you ain't 6 feet or at least like 5'10", 5'11", and 5'10" and 5'11" is pretty short in the NFL.
short.
You know what I'm saying? That's real. Like that's you really like.
Yeah.
You got to be like a crazy special talent. Like if you Mike Vick or something, and you 5'11" or something. Like so. In basketball, that's just not.
Or like Saquon Barkley. And
Basketball,
and
you
got
got
tree
to-
trunks for thighs.
That is factual information. I can't even.
I mean, yeah.
If you're gonna be
factual.
5'10", you're gonna have to.
No, that's real. That's
Be the
real.
stockiest guy
And
out there.
I wouldn't consider myself like an elite athlete. I thought I was a good enough athlete. I could have played in college or something like that in that regard, but I didn't because I didn't play enough in high school, which just goes back into different things. Like I was too worried about. So that was another thing. I wanted to play basketball so bad. I love me some basketball. Like and Chuck know. Like we've been playing ball together for 15 years. Like love basketball. And literally, if my body allows me to, I will play until I'm 50. Now I say that because I do get hurt, but that's just keeping it real.
I'm trying to play till 72 or past that.
72.
I don't know who this man think he is.
No, hear me out.
Some random
Because I used to
age.
play up at L.A.
That's
right?
71, 72.
Over on Telegraph, not the Southfield. And on Tuesdays is a league, well not league, just a bunch of old guys. They come up there and play. The oldest guy up there was like 72, 73.
Yeah.
And they were still running.
That's
but
crazy.
they was running half court, out of bounds wasn't out of bounds. And they all shot twos, but still they was playing.
It's funny that you mention that though, because probably like 10 years ago, I used to play. Well, even longer. I was probably like 18, 19, and I used to play with one of my older brothers. I used to play with. He used to work at the school, and so we would go on every like Sunday or something like that. I think that was the day, like Sunday evenings or something. And it was these older guys who would play. They were like in their 40s, 50s. And I think one dude was in like 60, like maybe 60 on the dot or something. And when I say they was running up and down the court, like we would play games and games and games, and they were super athletic. Like this is in the time like we was younger. This is probably in the time where like Richard Hamilton was playing a lot and stuff like that. And so there was this older guy who had to been like 53. And he was, I swear to you, he was running like he was Rip Hamilton, dog. It was making me get into better shape because he was running like crazy. It made me think, man, I could be in shape when I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? I could be in shape when I'm 60. Like, you don't have to, like, a lot of us feel like you can't play sports when you get older. Like, and it's crazy. Like, we watch all these people. Like, I'm only 31. And if you look at it right now, a lot of, like, NBA players, 31 is their prime. They still in their prime.
Right.
For some of the better ones, don't get me wrong. So, like,
Some people.
I just think that's interesting. But I got a question. So, do y'all got anything, like, any time where, like, y'all might have played sports and, like, y'all felt like it was the pinnacle of your sports career? Like, just a moment. Not even. I'm not even talking about, like, a whole long stint.
A moment.
Like, even if you just had a moment where you just felt celebratory
I
in
got
that
one.
moment. And if not, do you wish you did something different? Like, you know? So G got something, clearly.
So yeah, I got one. So I played basketball in high school. I only played up to my sophomore year.
What was that, like 2015, something like that?
Anywho,
We got all the jokes today.
my sophomore year, 2010. Anywho,
Go ahead, bro.
Anywho, so I was on a team where I didn't play that much, right?
She was a
But-
bench warmer?
You could say that, but that's fine. But so I
He's just out here to clown everybody.
He is.
Apparently.
It's
That's cool.
fine.
Can't wait to clown him.
That
Let's
was a
go.
legit question.
It's fine.
Anyway.
But watch this. I'm about to kill the mood. So after I got out of school, I found out that my grandmother had passed. And then afterwards, I went to the game, and we had I had got in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I played. I mean, I just didn't when I was
You weren't
out there.
playing all the way.
You weren't
Right,
starting.
right,
Okay.
Right. So, but when I got in the game, I think for the season though, I only scored a few baskets.
Yeah.
That particular game,
3?
we were getting blown out. So he just played the bench for like the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Me and this other guy, we got out there and we got busy. I mean, we got.
You was just waiting on this moment.
Man, we got busy out there.
Passionate.
I mean, we was out there. He was throwing through the legs. He went through the legs, fast through the legs. I'm trailing behind 3-pointer. Wow. I'm like, oh.
Today that day.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Okay,
He didn't realize he could do that.
No. Okay, hold on. Let me explain something. I'm not bad at basketball. Okay. What happened? We had a coach. I ain't gonna put his business out there because I know we got people that know him and like him. Here, I like the man too. But here's what happened. The dude, he wasn't very attentive as a coach. He was kind of like there. He was kind of like just. He was like a
He was in
placeholder
place.
of a man.
He wasn't a good coach.
older.
He was a nice person, not a good coach.
He was
That's
older.
okay, that's real.
Yeah, he was an older guy. We went to practice. We just scrimmaged the entire practice.
Yeah.
Every practice. That's just what practice was. No, it wasn't actually.
Wasn't no
much.
plays.
Wasn't no much of nothing.
Oh, okay.
We weren't playing like the beginning of the season, but after that, it was kind of like we were just
You just out there
scrimmaging.
running.
So whoever he played like at the beginning of the season, it was just who he played. That's just what it was. It wasn't like
It didn't matter what was going on throughout the season.
Yeah, so I had a dude playing in front of me who was out there turn around 3-point shots. I'm like,
Okay.
you could put me in at any moment here, but that's neither here nor there. So, but back to the story. So basically, I dropped about 10 points that game, right? Buzzer beater 3 at the end, whole 9. Yeah, we still getting blown out, so I mean, it didn't win. But
That's why he didn't say game winner. He just said
yeah,
buzzer beater.
But I scored like 10 points that quarter.
Yeah.
And it was just one of the moments I was like, man, I was good to go.
Yeah.
I didn't look. Would I've loved that play all 4 years? Sure. But did I want to? No, I didn't even try out again after that. I mean, I was good just because if you went to a school like I did, it was more so off like names and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Real political.
yeah, so I mean, I know I didn't really have a chance.
That's how it was for me with football, but I think that was because I waited until my senior year to play.
Right.
Which was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I would have made the team. I'm just saying, but a lot of it was political regardless. So it was what it was. But what I'm saying is that was my moment. Like that was one of my best like high school moments. I would say. I have a couple more, but that was one of my best high school moments.
That's pretty cool.
Sports wise.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Might skip you.
I got a moment.
Oh, dude.
Man, the disrespect. I don't know what's in the water tonight or something, but like these boys is mad disrespectful tonight.
I drink water bottles.
My blow.
Wow. Go ahead, Dom.
Go ahead, Dom, for Nick.
I mean, for me, it was sophomore year in high school, and I went on the track team.
There we go.
And I'm like, all right, this is because you. Well, first off, I did play football. Everybody in my family was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?" I'm like, what?
They had no confidence.
It's not about the confidence. Is they didn't expect me to play football because I was always,
Did you lose?
What position did you play?
defensive end.
I have a question before you even get into your story. Did you? No, go ahead. I want you to get into it before. Well, I'll get back to that because I don't want to mess you up.
No, yeah, I played DN or whatever, and it was a rule at King when I was there. It was saying you got to do 2 sports if you know what I'm saying. If you want to be on the team, you got to do another sport to keep you on your off season.
Yeah.
So like if you did
They
football,
wanted to keep kids in
bruh,
shape and stuff.
it was dangerous.
Keep
It
them
was
focused.
dangerous.
Yeah.
On off season, you had to do something
The
else.
football
so.
team was on track. Huh?
Yep.
So it was on track
Actually,
team,
yeah.
Yeah.
Most wide receivers and
I
all
think-
backs were all on the track.
Maybe
team.
those
or
few that
baseball.
played.
And the linemen and everything, a couple of them switched to baseball, and the other ones was with the track and field where they were doing like shot putting, biscuits, and everything else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Workout stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what they really do.
Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
King was like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was not a game. It was not a game. But no, so I'm on track team, and the coach for the track team was the wide receiver coach. for King. So I'm like, all right, I walk up. My boy's like, yeah, you gonna run track? Yeah, cool. Man, training had me dead. I ain't never seen a stopwatch not work in my life.
Sheesh.
And even though, we got 30 seconds rest. In my brain, I counted 10. And he was like, all right, 30 seconds over. That was a lie. That was a lie. I'm like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
He was his job with the Mississippis.
Hey, he was spelling out Mississippi.
Boy, I'm just saying, I got 10.
One MISSS. Who was spelling it?
Like, all right, but needless to say, you know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, so you had to start indoor. And that was one of the things. I'm like, all right, so it was cool. Got to outside. My first actual meet, I'm on a 400 in like the third group. He was like, you in the 50 to 55. I'm like, all right, that's the second you got to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And I'm like, all right, I'm in lane 1. If I think that's lane 1. Yeah, lane 1, always to the left. You're the furthest ahead.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right. But, that don't really mean nothing. If people who run track, that really means nothing.
Yeah, no.
Because that last turn changed the game.
Because you all still going the same distance because one stuff turning.
It's
It's shorter on the inside and, yeah.
So I'm like, all right. I'm on the track team. I'm like, all right, I'm in first meet. I got my feet set. Mind you, I was winning the school, winning the football, 180, got up to almost 200. Track season got down to 165.
Ooh.
Dog. I'm like, all right. I'm feeling light. I'm like, all right, cool. Man, I'm getting set. Ready. Wow, he fired a gun. I took off. And literally, the first 20 seconds in my brain, the first golden rule, you don't look back.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to look back.
Never.
20 seconds in my brain. Within 20 seconds, I literally glanced back. When I tell you, nobody was near me.
Yeah.
That was my moment. Like, I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, that last turn though, hyperextended my ACL.
Oh.
I ain't never planted my foot so hard.
He went from
laugh at
wait,
his just laugh.
This was supposed to be a good moment.
I mean, yeah, like, I'm confused. It was good. For
No,
y'all.
it was
got hurt.
You
regardless,
was winning.
but regardless of
You got
that-
hurt.
No, but even I
Did you finish the race?
Yeah, I hobbled. Yeah, but,
Hey, that's what's up.
But never
the
really-
experience was.
but the fact is, at that moment, I thought to myself like, I can do this, bro. I can run.
You said that was your first meet, right?
Yup.
Yeah, that's hey.
And I mean, I kept
one though. You type of hyperextend your ACL. I mean,
Yeah, that wasn't fun. It hurt.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
It hurt.
We
but-
won too many races after that.
No, I was good. I think I set out maybe 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And I was still good because it wasn't that bad. But you can tell the difference
That's dope.
when you're walking. But I mean, and then everybody. I think the biggest thing after that was that coach said everybody had to run a 2 mile. I'm like, nah,
I hate
no, bro. 2 miles is
distance,
horrible.
bro.
I don't care what nobody say. 2 miles is horrible.
8 times around the track.
I hated long distance running. So
That's
Horrible.
literally what I did in high school.
I'm good.
for real, I
I
hate
ran
long
cross
distance
country.
running.
Yeah.
across
See, I
the
can't do
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's
I
right.
can't do that.
You did say you was a cross
I
country.
couldn't do that one. I took my
3.5 mile practices. I was at Highland Park High School. We literally from the high school. If anybody knows the area, run from Highland Park High School down to 6th and Woodward. Take 6th and Woodward down to Hamilton.
Ooh.
Hamilton up to Pontchartrain. Pontchartrain down to 7 mile. 7 mile back up to Woodward. Woodward back up to the school, and then we did four laps around the track.
Oh, that's gonna be a no for me. Though.
Anyways, so
That's gonna be a hard no.
yeah, that 2 mile though. I felt when we started indoor training, I always came in I was really dead last almost every time when I first started track. It was horrible. And then
So you was one of the ones that really improved as time
and
went on.
and that's what made me feel good.
Yeah,
It was a couple moments, but that was one of the biggest moments because literally we got outside.
yeah.
Yeah, I ain't coming on first or second in that 2 mile. You tripping? No, it's not happening. But it made me feel good that I was never last.
That's super.
After
dope.
that, and I told coach, I was like, I ain't coming last time. He looked me dead in my eye and just smiled.
Track is a different experience, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like I remember, I only ran track. I
Yes.
only ran track for one season.
Me too.
It was in 8th grade, and I wasn't the type
Actually, I
that
lied. Well, we come to middle school 3 years.
I like doing sports. Obviously, I love doing sports, but when it come to just running just to run, that was never my thing. I don't I'm cool with racing, I guess. So but But when you like track, you really not doing like in practices, and you're not just doing races. You like are conditioning and trying to figure it out. Where like I was like, I wasn't here for that. Like, but I ran because a bunch of my other people from the football team were running. So like we ran, and I was actually, don't get me wrong, I was actually pretty good at it. Like we had this one guy who on our team, like I used to run the 100
meter,
100 meter,
yeah, I can.
and then also did the 100-meter hurdles. It was like 110 hurdle, whatever it is.
110,
110. Yeah.
And so I was good at that in the sense like I would always get like second or third. We had a guy on our team though, he was like all state, like all world speed. He ran like a little duck though. Like he'd be running like this. Like, but like my man was out of there.
Duck, though.
No, for real. When I tell you he had the T-Rex
I'm
arms, bro, he was out here like this. Like,
because you don't do this. You don't do this.
So that was the thing that my coach always said I had good form. So that was like my best thing. But like I hated it. Like I didn't. I hated it. I just wasn't. I enjoyed the meets. The meets was cool because after you did your race too, you was done. Like I did that. Oh yeah, and I was in a relay. I was in a 4x1. So like I loved the relay. That was kind of fun.
Can't do it.
That's another thing. You can't look down. Like they
Bruh,
say
you
don't look back.
You
just
gotta
gotta you gotta straight up practice like catching the baton. And it's crazy because so it's funny. And one time in practice, one of my homeboys, he literally just kept dropping the baton, bro. And so like my coach is like, "Are you serious? Pick up the baton right now and go run 8 miles." I was like, no, I don't think he actually ran 8 miles.
I'm going home.
But my man was running for a minute around the track, dog.
Might as well call him Petey.
Like,
You're killing me, Petey.
killing me, Petey.
How many feet are in a mile? I'm sorry.
How many feet are in a mile?
Oh my goodness.
Anywho, we all the way down to Chuck.
Chuck, give us. I'm sure. I know you got a sports story.
I got plenty of sports stories.
I know you do.
I think, like I love playing ball right now. Right, I play basketball quite a bit, but I've never played for a team. In fact,
Which I always wonder why, but I never asked you why.
well, like in elementary, I tried out. I didn't make it. In high school, I tried out in the 9th grade. Didn't make it. But I ran cross country. I did was it the 400 meter, and I did ROTC.
What's that?
That's the like junior military type thing, right?
Oh, okay.
I was in Air Force ROTC, Highland Park High School, 9th, 10th grade year. So I did drill meets, which was cool. Like we like in the city, we were pretty top ranked. So made it all the way up to second lieutenant, even though I still in my 10th grade year, I was helping to train the freshmen. And that year, I think we only came second in one meet the whole year.
Wow.
That's impressive.
But cross country, that was my sport. You know, I ran for 9th, 10th grade year. When I was in 9th grade, I ran one meet as a freshman or junior varsity.
Yeah.
And then my coach was like, because I think in the first meet, I think I came in like second or third, and we going up against a whole bunch of schools that are like dominant, right? I'm coming in second, third. She was like, "You're really good. I need you to run for varsity." And I literally turned around same day ran varsity.
That's dope.
So after running, that first meet, it was tough to run varsity because I was tired. Yeah. You talking about running 3.5 miles and then turning around and running another 3.5 miles.
Yeah, that's bad.
I think I came in like 53rd.
Out of what though?
Jeez.
I don't remember.
See, that's the thing. Out of what?
It was a lot of us
I
out
was like,
there.
when you go like them numbers is crazy.
It was a lot of us out there,
numbers is
but like
crazy,
I was so beat. Like in the last leg of the race though, it was like two kids in front of me. I was like, I'm not about to have somebody come in right before me. So I sprinted and beat them. So I wasn't in last place, I know for sure. But man, like running 2 races one day, never again.
I ain't got it in me.
Granted, I don't think I could run one race today. But
Yeah.
Oh, I can't give you a 400 at all.
I got to give that like, speaking of that, what is that? You said 3.5 miles?
3.5.
I got to give my wife credit because she does like the 5Ks. She's done it. She's done it recently. I think she didn't do one. She didn't do one last year. 3.5.
Is it 3.5?
Yeah. She didn't do one last year, but the year before she did one. I was super proud of her.
Shout
out to you, girl.
Let me give you some perspective. So it's not 3.5 miles, just straight line on flat surface.
Yeah, my sister ran cross country. I already
3.5
know.
miles,
Uphills,
downhills, through mud, dirt.
That's
No,
wild, man.
it is not no
wild.
joke.
That's one reason why I can't do it, bro.
Because you literally just going across the whatever the surface is
Right.
in your way. Like, that's
Cold,
crazy.
wet, raining, don't
Oh,
matter.
well, our run, a lot of
think
our
it's
meets
cold. That's
ended
not
up
the season.
ended in fall.
Sure it is.
They were in fall, so we were
track
running
season.
when it was still cold out.
See, and when y'all was ending, we was beginning our indoors.
Yep.
It's in football season.
Cross country during football season? Oh, okay. I really thought it
Yep.
was. No, not real. I thought it was during track season.
No.
No,
Track season is after football season. Mm-hmm. We started.
I know when track
We
season
started-
is.
no, but we
I'm
started-
saying I thought cross country
No, they run in
was
the
when
fall.
track
They
season.
we were in the
was.
fall.
That's I
They
didn't.
run. They run when it's cold outside.
So funny
That's wild.
story.
That ain't fun.
First meet I
was
ever
wrong.
went to, I was like, because I didn't get my uniform till I got there. I was surprised, not pleasantly though. Them shorts.
Yeah,
shorts,
sure.
yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
I
something.
don't think they do that the
Let me
same
tell you
nowadays, do
something.
they?
They do.
They still.
I mean,
Bro.
granted, I've been out a long time too now at
Least
this point.
resistance.
But
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I
the
used to hate
shorts
them
are the
shorts.
same. But
They
I
give you
have,
some
but,
satin
but
shorts.
I have seen people wear the pants though, where people have.
Well, yeah. Nowadays you got compression.
You got
pants,
compression
compression
underneath.
shorts.
Back then we ain't had
Back then we
compression.
ain't had none of them. It was all legs.
No, I had
True.
compressions. We had compressions.
Nah, we ain't had no compressions in cross country, bro.
I had compressions on underneath
You
my
talking-
underneath my track.
I actually went to a good school and I still ain't had none. What you talking
Yeah.
about?
No. We were told to buy them ourselves.
Oh, now again, I only ran track. I didn't run cross country, so I didn't.
Yeah,
No,
no,
that
I
don't
coach-
matter. The shorts were still the same.
Our coach told
It
us
don't matter.
like, yeah, you need to get
the
these
shorts was
underneath
all
there.
for.
He said you don't got to. He said you don't have to. He's like, but it'd be better if you do.
trying-
Everybody bought them.
I was just trying to make sure nobody else had a surprise.
Well, so for a question, what is the most random sport that you played though?
The most random
On a team, if you got a random sport.
on a team?
Yeah.
I don't got one on a team. I got one just out of something I've played that I never thought I would have played in my life or even knew what it was.
What's that?
So 2 years ago, I played what's the actually I got two. But what's the it's the
Lacrosse?
frisbee.
Oh.
But you're
Ultimate
playing
frisbee.
golf.
Oh, frisbee
frisbee
golf. It's frisbee golf.
Yeah.
Or is it ultimate?
called something
Or
else.
is it it's called ultimate frisbee?
No, it's
No,
called
it's not
something
ultimate
else.
frisbee.
It's called something else, but you literally
Disc golf.
There you go, disc golf.
Disc golf.
disc golf. There you
Disc
go.
golf.
So you literally out here throwing those, and it's cool. Like for me,
Sound fun.
I've always wanted to do it though.
so I will say this
I've
for
always
me
wanted to do it.
personally, it was fun the first time or two. We did it for a few weeks, and this was recent. It was like 2 years ago. It was cool for me, but then,
Pre-COVID.
or no, it was last year actually. I take it back. It was. I don't even remember at this point. I'm lost. It might have been last year, but it was cool.
You was playing during COVID.
Yeah, we was outside. It was during the summer, but whatever. Anywho, but yeah, so we played, and like it was cool for a bit, but to me it just kind of got repetitive.
Right.
So like I was kind of like, it was cool for a little bit, and it was hot. Like I got a lot of reasons. Like,
I get that. I get
like,
that.
but it was cool. But it was
yeah,
wait,
your second
and
one?
one more. My second one. I do got to throw this one in there because I love this. Fouling.
What?
Oh,
Folding.
Folding. There you go.
What
I'm
is
sorry. That's
that?
how you pronounce it.
Folding,
Folding.
yeah.
So it's
That joint is fun.
it's so fun. So like they got bowling pins, right?
Yeah.
And you got a football.
Yeah,
and you trying to knock down. You on two different teams.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
trying to knock down the other team pins.
It's bowling and
facility-
football at the same time.
they got
you're
facility
knocking
in
bowling-
Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
got
a
one
super
in,
dope one.
they got one in Detroit too, right?
Yeah, it's one.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like Rochester, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just you hitting bowling pins with
It's a
footballs
ton of
instead
fun, bro.
bowling-
Bro,
bowling
it's
balls.
definitely fun.
Like it's super fun. The whole facility though, they got not that
got
one.
axe
The
throwing
one that's
there,
over in Rochester was that Rochester Hills, Rochester, whatever. They got like the axe throwing. They got an arcade. There's a whole bunch of things. But the folding is super fun. Super fun.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
We gonna have to go at some point.
The one thing I did that I didn't think I would ever do, I played golf.
Hey,
You're
no,
welcome.
That's facts. We got
I'm
this
dead
man
serious.
into playing golf.
You're welcome.
And he'll tell you he was out there having a blast, dog. He may not tell you, but we gonna tell you he was out there having a blast.
I know
Yes.
it was decent. It's just
Chuck was supposed to be with us, but whatever.
I think I had to work.
Something
Yeah,
happened.
whatever. Call off. No,
no. What did he do? No, it was a Saturday. It was
I
something.
had to
with-
work.
no, he had to work.
You had to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he was working crazy.
I was working like
This was during COVID.
yeah. I was working
Last- I'm like, we
what was
out
it,
of
like
it.
Yeah, no, he can't.
Last-
he did
14,
cancel
14
last week.
hours.
Yeah.
I was working for 14 hours, 7
Yeah.
days a week.
But it was dope though. I mean, for me personally, you know what I'm saying. Everybody in my family and friends, they know for a fact for years
Hated it. He
will
hated
tell you I hate golf. Granted,
Yeah, he told us that too.
I'm still not
Before
a
we
fan.
made him go.
But granted, you know what I'm saying. I'm still not a fan, but
This man,
it was decent.
This
We'll
man,
be out there
don't
again
let him
this year.
fool you.
We
This
absolutely gonna
dude
be-
wanted to buy golf clubs.
Yeah, he was about to buy some
Golf
golf
shoes.
clubs, bro. He was all in.
No, I did.
definitely tried
I
to
did
keep
buy
my
some
golf
shoes.
club.
Yeah, I know. For somebody who hated
I
it.
did buy some shoes. I
We
bought
are
the
definitely
gloves.
going out again. So
Oh, for sure.
We're going out a few times.
We're going to hit up the range. We're going to start off.
I'm
Hey, we
with
might
it.
even be able to, sorry, side note. We might be able to do the virtual golf spot up the street from here.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, I am down with all of that.
Huh.
And
So-
for me, golf is actually one of my randoms.
Original.
But it's not even really random for me because I've always wanted to play. I just never got a
Yeah,
chance
I'm
to until the last couple of years. So, and I mean, I'm not great at it now, but I'm a lot better than I was when I first started. So, love golf. Golfing is fun.
Would that be like a sport that you started playing and you feel like you were terrible at first and then got good at it?
Yeah, because I feel like everyone's terrible at golf when you first start. That is
yeah.
the one that is the one sport.
I was
That's the one sport that everybody, including this guy next to me, always comes to me and say beforehand, "Hey, I was athlete," or "Hey, I could do
whole nother
no,
ballgame.
you can't.
I never said that. You never said
You
that.
just can't. I
Unless
mean,
you Tiger Woods
you
or
can
his
be as
son.
athletic as you want. Making that club hit that ball is some of the hardest thing that you will ever do, sports related.
Yeah.
Like it's
a lot of coordination, a
yeah,
lot of
and muscle
timing.
memory. It's
Yeah.
a whole lot that goes into it. But so that is one of my best feats that is learning that sport. But I've played sports wise. I think I've played almost everything. I've done baseball. I've done basketball. I've done football. I've done track.
He's on teams, all on
Yeah,
organized.
Yeah, those are all organized.
That's dope.
I did all that
It's
organized.
just
I
like
was-
stuff your parents just like put you in.
No, I wanted to. So obviously unlike these gentlemen, I was raised in. We left Detroit early on while I was growing up.
I mean,
So when I got out,
I was 11 when I moved out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Detroit,
okay.
so-
All right, cool. Yeah,
I never
so
really moved out.
so
until
but
was
when
an
I
adult.
moved out,
Yeah.
so when we moved out the city, where we were currently living at that moment was it was very it was a lot more things
Lot
to
of
be open.
activities.
Yeah, a lot more sports and things to get involved in than it was in the city.
Lot of
So
extracurriculars.
right. So and I just wanted to try everything. My friends were doing everything. Everybody was involved with everything.
I
So
feel that.
you know, I tried baseball like fifth, sixth. I was terrible. I was horrible.
And I wish I would have played baseball.
I was god awful, but it was one of the best times of my life. Like it was so fun.
Baseball's
It
so
was so
fun,
fun.
bro.
Like,
Like, yeah.
it was such a fun game to play. Like it was super cool. I mean, I was terrible, but it was super cool. Football. I'll get back to the football story for me. Football for me was my best sport.
Yeah.
I was naturally good at it.
Yeah.
That is the one sport I still think about now that haunts me that I did not play when I got to high school.
Saint man.
Because
you said football?
I played it.
yeah.
I played football ever since fourth grade. Like I played. My issue with football always will be and always has been is I hated with the strongest of my being practice. I could not. I love the games.
What?
You was Allen Iverson?
I love the game. I can
Not
get
a game.
hyped up.
Not a game.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Yeah,
practice.
I love the games. I love getting out there. I love hitting people. All
Yeah.
that good stuff. But practice though, I could not
No,
fix my
I ain't gonna hold
mind
you.
of work, going to school for 8 hours and
Yeah.
getting out
Yeah.
of school and going to the locker room and putting on these pads, to go out there and get
Whoever-
screamed at for 3 hours. I
Whoever
just
came up
couldn't
with
do
the
it.
idea of 2-a-days,
Man.
bro. So that's
What?
that's how I'm getting to the
Coach
point.
Boom.
the worst part.
I'm saying that's
the
how
worst part is 2-a-days only 2 weeks, right? But it
don't
feels
matter.
like
It don't
it's
matter.
all summer.
Yeah, exactly,
Like
because-
it feels like it's all summer.
Yeah, so we were.
It's a lot of throwing
yeah,
up.
So my
like
eighth,
it's
yeah,
awful.
my eighth grade.
The worst.
My 8th grade year, the high school coaches came down. I remember this is
And
literally the reason why
you
I
had
didn't
2-a-days
play.
in 8th grade.
No, no.
I
But
think that's illegal.
we got
Okay,
no,
I think that's illegal. Say, hold on, man. We about
high
to
school
put somebody-
coaches.
we about to put somebody on spot right
The
now.
high
Anybody
school,
snitching?
the high school
I
coaches
am.
came down to one of our practices, and they ran us through like a high school version of practice. What's going to be like next year.
Okay.
And then, killed us, right? And then it was like, y'all better get ready. It's going to be 2 of these a day. 2 of these all summer. This summer coming up, it's going to be 2 of these.
At that point, you was like, that's gonna be a no for me.
I said, oh. So now, backtrack. backtrack to what I just said about practice. I hate practice. So now you telling me we about to start doing two-a-days. Now, in my head, we doing two-a-days all summer long. Nah, not gonna work out for me.
It's literally
I'm
2
good.
weeks, but it feels. I'm telling you, in your mind, you
I'm
thinking
straight.
it, though. You like
I'm straight because at the time I also did marching band. I also played drums. I did that all 4 years. And so I was going into marching band too into high school. So.
Yeah.
That was at the same time. So in my head, I'm juggling like, shoot, I gotta do football and marching band.
All
and then
summer.
that happened.
All summer.
Yeah, then that happened, right? Then I was like,
Some
I made my decision. I'm not doing this one at all. Like I'm tapped now.
But you kind of wish you.
Oh,
wish
of course,
you would've.
of course.
That
That was the one sport I was actually pretty good at. I started on our middle school team. I know everyone who's watching who's playing on our middle school team. We were cold. I mean, we just were. We were out cold. We played like high school kids.
Yeah.
Every time we hopped on the field, we hit people. I mean, everybody that little touching, we hit. So we blew everybody out. So us going to high school, we was just a force to reckon with. But I couldn't do it.
That's
it's unfortunate for me, but I just couldn't.
It's funny you say that because like I wish I would have played all 4 years of high school,
right?
And I only played senior year. The reason why was because originally, like I said, I love playing basketball and I love football. Don't get me wrong, football is probably my first sport. Like if I'm thinking like watching it, playing it, like I love so much about football. Right. I love both of them pretty much the same. But I guess if I had to give an edge, it would be the football because naturally that was just what came natural to me when I was younger.
Right.
So my first this is the first time I played football when I was probably like 11, right? I think I was 11. I played football and I literally first time I got the ball was a punt return. I dropped the ball. I muffed the ball. Anybody who knows football, I muffed the football, which is basically a fumble. I picked it up and I saw Jackson that joined and I scored. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like football was more. I was far more natural at playing football, and I should have played. I was too busy. Like I'm about to be this basketball star. Like, bro, you're 5'6". Like, chill. Like,
did you think you were gonna get more height?
Yes, sort of. I wasn't really thinking about it, if I'm being honest. Like I didn't I thought I was
hope,
like,
but you was like, I'm not expecting it.
And I tried out for the team sophomore year. So all about the sophomore year. Something about it. Is either good or bad.
Sophomore year for us, all of us.
It was awful for me, but obviously
great
the
for
year
me.
actually in general was fine. But sports wise, I actually got cut from the team. So I was heated, like because it was a little political, and that's not me like trying to throw shade like, oh,
high school
Mark
sports
was so
in
good.
general is political.
Yeah, it's not even like a Mark, you was so good, but more of like I literally was better than multiple people that was on the team.
Right.
That's no shade. If you watching this, you know who you are.
Well,
I was better than, but
that's just what it is.
And I say that because a bunch of people who, there's always some guys in high school who can hoop but don't want to be on the team.
Right.
And so they'll play like intramural sports or something like that. Right. So we play intramural sports and I'm killing these cats. And I'm so mad that I got cut from the team, so I never tried out again. But then I was like, man, I should have played football. And I should have took the time to do that because I was real good at football, like real good running back. But then when I got there in senior year, it was political at that point. So like,
oh yeah, if you just started senior year, it don't matter how good
they was
you
worried
are.
about, hey, my man's is younger than you, so we're gonna play him more. Like,
unless you come in and you are an All-American.
Yeah, they didn't care. No, they didn't care about that.
You're not playing.
They didn't care about that. I was the second or third fastest person on the team.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
They could have used
kind
me
of
in
stuff.
so many different areas.
They're gonna play who they want to play.
So whatever. That's not
The football coach at Highland Park actually approached me.
You told me about this, and I wish you would have played. You was too much of an
asked me to
athlete,
play,
dog. You could have been a dog in
receiver
football.
or a running back in high school, and I turned it down. I turned it down because I didn't want to get hurt.
I ain't want to get hurt.
That's real.
Honestly, I just didn't want to get hurt. I seen people get injured, and
You didn't want to get hit. That's what it really was.
I didn't care about getting hit. That wasn't an issue because I used to play curbside.
I say that to say you didn't want to get hit to lead that, which typically would lead to an injury.
Now, I will say this. Until you've been hit, though,
Yeah,
on a football field, unexpectedly,
Oh, you mean
I don't care where else you played at before. It's different.
I love.
No.
I'm telling you, I love football. Hate getting hit.
When you get that fuzzy feeling
Here's the
and
thing.
stuff is a little blurry.
Here's the thing, because I don't care who you talk to, unless you play in the NFL or even college, until you sit here and play pick 'em up, mess 'em up, or curbside tackle.
Pick him up, mess him up.
We all play pick 'em up, mess 'em up. If you ain't play that, you ain't a real man.
and get popped at the curb.
Hey, curbside tackle was the worst, dog.
Bruh.
You think you got enough space, but you got that one wild kid who like, nah, he close enough, and you hit
just
that
pop
curb.
you right at the curb. Nah.
Oh man.
Nah.
I don't know why curbside tackle was even the thing, but
So
It was the hood.
I got a question.
Never played that.
Wait, you didn't finish. You didn't finish.
Well, I was just saying though, like that was the thing. Like I feel like I could have done well in football. I'll never really know. I think after high school, a few friends of mine they did a little league, but I would play with them over at Renaissance on their field.
Yeah.
And like I feel like even then I was still pretty good. I probably could have joined some league, and I just didn't.
If you would have, because I think athletically you would have been special in football. That's just like I'm giving you some credit on your athleticism. Like for real, you would have been. I wish you would have played because you would have been like elite at it. But then also if you'd got a chance to learn the game even more,
But
like playing it, he would have
scared
been
to get hurt.
I was
Football
absolutely
wasn't
scared to
gonna
get
be
hurt.
No, for sure. But I'm saying had he would have got into it.
Well, yeah, I
had
mean,
he would have played.
Yeah, if he had that, because you gotta be almost crazy.
he ain't. He have you met him?
Well, I know, but I'm saying, but hurt is what he was thinking.
But
If you
here's
go
the
out
thing.
there thinking
But
about
once he
being
already
hurt,
out there,
Honestly,
it's not the sport.
Unless he got hit by Ray Lewis.
the fear of
Ray
getting
Lewis
hurt
out
for
there.
me
Yeah, that's
was more of a confidence thing.
Right.
Right? It wasn't like I had somebody in my corner backing me telling me,
Yeah.
hey, you can go out there and do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I had all types of fears of
Yeah.
different things growing
Right,
up.
That makes sense.
And I didn't have somebody to sit there and be like, all right, look, this is what it is. And so in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about all these possible injuries and having a terrible future.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I
a tough space to start, though.
and that was the thing. I was actually
start
planning on
True.
going to college with a track scholarship, but when I left Highland Park, and I went to Southeastern. I didn't play any sports. I did art and focused on grades. Ended up being a straight A student.
I don't know what that's like.
And
He had to
then,
throw that out there for y'all. He had to.
well, I'm just saying though, because
straight A student.
at Highland Park,
That's dope.
At Highland Park, the level of, and this is no shade to anybody's education at Highland Park. I just feel like Highland Park, the level that they had us at, or they were teaching us at, was extremely low.
They had a cap on.
Right, and
How far you
so
could go.
when I was in Highland Park, it was so easy to pass class.
Right.
I was skipping class half the year, just playing ball in a gym, and so when I got to Southeastern, I wasn't playing any sports. It was easier to focus on school, and so I was just flying through. Graduated early, technically, and went to community college, but didn't play any sports for the rest of the school year. And I actually thought about doing ROTC and going to the military and just going to the Naval Academy, playing sports there.
Yeah.
But life happens.
True. I got a question, and this one is I pre-planned this one. This was specifically for Dom. So recently, in the last today, no, I'm just playing. In the last couple of years or whatever, you have
Pre-COVID.
gotten more into sports, and when I say more into sports, I'm talking like watching it, and most of the three of us have always watched it. He used to have NBA League Pass for the Warriors, and probably still watching them every day now, just like I do.
Hey, listen,
Like,
2020, 2021, I've literally watched maybe half a game.
okay, so never mind. But anywho, so Dom, what got you more into sports? Because we know me and G, we could spit out stats from 1992. But I'm just saying
Can't give you nothing.
yeah, I'm just saying into the depth. That's just how we were since we were born like that. But I know you've never really watched sports. You know what I'm saying? No, that's just
And ain't no shade. I don't feel disrespectful.
When you were a
Sports
kid, I know you said
sportscasters.
you ran track and stuff,
basically.
but when you were a kid, you didn't really watch sports. I just know that
No,
because
sir.
I've been
out the
around
womb
them
with a mic
forever.
talking.
What'd you say?
Nah, I said we came out the womb with the womb with a mic talking. about sports.
We could have been announcers, bro. I'm just saying, but
Dream job.
we still can. Anyway, so we might have
George came out the womb talking about the
me and G
Warriors.
might have a new podcast.
I'm trying to tell you.
But anyway, so but no, just what kind of
Well,
what got you into sports more? What kind of
let's-
made you want
I
to
mean,
be a part of it?
from jump, I ain't really started watching sports till I was till literally I started playing football and track. So I was literally 15, 16.
Yeah.
When I actually started to pay attention more. For me, it started as just I just wanted to have I wanted to be in more conversations with people because I felt like you're around a certain group of people, you on a sports team, they talking about these things, but for me, I'm not having these conversations with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just standing there, and it felt weird. You know what I'm saying? It didn't help my confidence at all. So, I started watching it more, started getting the stats more, and then literally it started clicking in my brain like this is completely easy to understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, granted, I would tell anybody, don't ask me about no college nothing. They know that. I watch a game.
If we're being real, college sports is never mind.
It's just too. For me personally,
it's not as entertaining.
I ain't gonna lie, college is a little next level of knowledge though, because there's so many more.
That's what I'm saying. It's so much
knowledge, but the actual watching it isn't as fun as it used to be a few years ago because everybody plays the same. But that's neither here nor there.
I love watching college basketball.
You do?
Yes.
I love it during March.
To talk about, you said during March.
It's true though.
I have watched I've watched mostly every Michigan game.
Same too.
If anybody were to sit here and ask me a breakdown of players, stats, and all that stuff, I wouldn't be able to give you an answer. I'm gonna be honest. I don't follow that kind of thing. Yeah. I watch for straight pleasure.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's like watching movies.
Yeah. Okay. So you're literally just watching the sport.
Right.
Like I couldn't do that if I wanted to.
But that's how it started though for me. Like
I envy that though. As a fanatic,
it's less stress.
It's
less stress. No, for real.
Envy just being able to watch as for pleasure. Like the Lions lose my entire game, possibly week if it's depending on the loss.
You can't even listen. We can't even listen to the radio, bro. When the Lions lose, I can't listen to the radio. I'm just being real. I don't listen to the radio like that now.
My whole day,
but a little bit.
It's predicated around sports. That's all I watch on TV. Yeah. So if a team lose, I can't watch or listen to the radio or watch TV because I know that's what they're going to talk about. Yeah. I don't want to hear.
And then you're just going to be mad. It's going to replay in your head again.
And I'm just miserable because I can't watch TV all day. So be happy that you can just watch as a fan. Like I wouldn't want to be like Don where you can watch it all, but
I do watch it.
Well, I'm talking about pre what you
pre-COVID.
But as just a casual fan,
casual. I wish I could be a
casual fan. Who just watch make fun of people like me. Yeah,
it's catch-22 for me though. I wish I could sometimes, but then sometimes I don't. Like
I love what I do. I don't know what my life would be without sports.
But my stress levels would be far lower.
Oh man!
If I could just watch it for this. Now I can do that with other teams I don't care about. No, don't get me wrong. I can watch two teams that.
Oh well, yeah.
Say if it's a Super Bowl. Obviously, my team don't make the Super Bowl.
Right.
So anyway,
never.
So I always watch the Super Bowl, and typically I can be without stress.
Get your little set up that one, bro. You just never.
Yeah. I don't think we're ever going to be able to sit and watch the Super Bowl as fans of one of the
Watch your mouth.
leagues.
Yes, we will. We'll be doing this podcast, and we're going to do a whole Super Bowl podcast. It's happening. It's going to happen. So I'm not.
So,
in 5 years.
In
5 years. You're going to bring out another side.
When we turn 73, we'll be able to sit and have a podcast about the Lions possibly
How old
winning
did you
the Super
say
Bowl.
we'll be?
73.
Oh, well, he'll still be like 43.
That's true.
Hey, that's better than having one foot in the grave. So,
wow,
that got real dark.
If anybody is 73 watching this, excuse
hold on.
Excuse him.
Hold on. Not y'all. Them.
A lot of y'all still living for 20 more years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he doesn't care about the elderly.
You're gonna get us canceled, man. I tell you.
I'm just kidding.
No. Hey, you gonna get us canceled.
Yeah. I didn't say nothing.
Y'all here talking about the elderly. What's
Cancer culture is real.
Right.
Facts.
My bad to all my elderly folks.
I'm gonna get your apology.
You don't have. Sorry if I offended you.
But no, for real, that's super dope though. That I just think that's a dope experience to me because you've had it. Like the reason why I pointed Dom out on that was because he's had that experience where growing up he didn't really care as much about it, and even when you played sports and you kind of got into it, you still wasn't really watching it like that. Like unless you was around a group or with people and stuff like that. But you didn't care like now. Now he might tell me something about a player and we'd be like, oh, okay. Like, he actually know what's going on. Yeah, like, he actually know what's going on. So that's kind of cool.
Nowadays, I pay attention because, it's actually a genuine thing I like now.
Yeah.
It just grew on me. But as far as, like, if And honestly, if y'all can see our group chats, when they start rambling, me and Dion just disappear.
I just put it on mute. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
It goes.
But
Chuck
I don't know
even
that much
be in the-
information.
Chuck
but
don't even be in
as
the
far as like
chat.
I do.
paying attention,
I
I'm
look
cool.
at it every now and then.
Right.
He don't. So,
Continue.
anyways, as far as just watching it, getting a few stats here and there, seeing what's going on, advancing on. I don't watch every game or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I would recap certain things, watch reviews and all that stuff, and to see what's going on. And it entertains me enough.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I can stay out of the conversation and that I still can enjoy the game itself.
I honestly think it's just good to have for conversation. Like sometimes it's like conversational pieces because so many people like sports. It's just so many different sports.
Yep.
Like
You just bring up, say, so LeBron's better than Michael Jordan, and then you just step back, right? And then you just let the.
y'all see how he slipped that in there.
That's a
I'm not
dangerous
using-
conversation, bro.
That's a whole
I'm not
episode
saying
of conversation.
dangerous
I just,
I'm not
I
giving
just
you
said that's what I believe.
That's a weighted-
I said.
That's a whole dangerous conversation.
You talking to the wrong people. We already know that's what you believe. So I'm not gonna even. We're
not gonna go there,
get
bro.
into that.
Look,
But
all I'm saying is you would just come in a conversation, you would say that, and then all of a sudden you can have a whole
no,
3 hour
No,
conversation.
no, that's real though.
Yeah.
That's real. You can actually have,
Especially at the barbershop.
especially at the barbershop.
Stay at the barbershop.
You not getting your
But
hair
really,
cut.
but really,
you are not getting your
sit
hair
right
cut.
back down. Let's continue talking.
Really, anything can be talked about at the barbershop.
Oh, yeah,
anything can be talked about. There is nothing not talked about at the barbershop. Honestly.
Absolutely.
Facts.
I love the barbershop. Like it's almost like therapy. Like being real. Like you
And
can
I
talk
ain't
about
been
different
in
things.
over a year.
Yeah, you missing out.
You ain't been to a barbershop in over a year?
COVID. So
My
if
cousin
I do-
Scott cuts. He's amazing. Look at this cut
That's
right
clean,
here.
though.
Shout
That's
out to
clean.
you, bro. Fire.
Shout out to Danny B. The
Scott
best.
is an avid
comes to
listener,
the
too.
house.
I'm just letting y'all know.
She'll be at the house. Comes to my house to cut my hair. That's COVID.
Got you.
I don't go to
got you.
barbershops.
I got you.
Anywho, that's
So-
way off topic.
I got you way off topic. But anyway, so but no, like that's super dope that we've all had these different sports experiences. Like, and for me, sports has changed. Like, I think it's just completely molded a lot of different parts of my life because I learned a lot with like team building, learned a lot with just having even just the recreational sports, even not even just the organizational
Did
stuff.
nothing for me. Did nothing for
That
me.
did nothing for Dom. But
I'm just saying.
Made me get in shape. That's it.
well, that's good though too, right? So, but it's no seriously though. Like when we on the court, Chuck and I got some good. We just got great chemistry because we know what each other's gonna do. Like we've gotten to that point. But you just learn. It helps with your relationship just in general. Like we got a good relationship outside of sports, so that helps when we get on the court. We already know like how each other's gonna play. Like that's just like so it's easy. And I just really enjoy the camaraderie when it comes to sports, or even just the conversation. We having a conversation about it, having a good time. Like that's always good.
Right.
We don't always have a good time going back and forth with each other, but that's
No,
neither
we
here nor
don't
there.
agree on nothing, but it's okay.
I mean, honestly though,
we have a good time talking about
That's
it.
not true. We don't.
I feel like
disagree on everything.
I feel like my peak of sports is right now for me, honestly, because mostly because I play ball right now for the most part.
And you hear about it every day with us.
What's that?
And you get to hear about it every day with us now.
No, I don't.
No, he mutes us.
I mute you.
He mutes
yeah,
the chat.
I absolutely mute you
Terrible, man. He don't care
Yes.
nothing about us, bro.
for about 8 hours a day.
I'm not mad at him.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I be at
Wow.
work. I don't be liking my pocket vibrating all the time. I'm just saying.
Bro, like 6 minutes at a time.
You know you can go to the app in settings and cut the notifications off.
Like I do.
And just look it up. Look at it when you want to.
that's exactly what
you don't
I
have to mute it because then when you mute it, you miss out on content. Anyway, that's not a whole nother
But
conversation.
anyway, so
he don't care nothing about us. Anyway,
I feel like I'm at my peak right now because I feel like I've gotten to a point where I've progressed enough to say that I'm good.
yeah, you can finally shoot now.
Right. Because I'm
just being real. I'm being real.
That's not
It
even a
took a
joke.
year.
That's for real. Like I used to be trash at shooting. The best I could do was defend,
And you were better in the post.
rebound, and post.
Even though you're only 6 feet. That's the crazy thing. What are you, 6'1",
Right.
6 feet?
6
Like,
feet.
So like
And so yeah,
You always
I would
play it
be
like you was
dominating in
6'11".
the post. And here's the thing: before I put on 50 pounds, I used to outrun everybody on the court.
yeah, same here.
No, yeah, you did. I used to run with them. Yeah, you did.
I'm just being real.
You sitting like, why he got so much energy, bro? Calm down.
Right.
I still catch people off guard because they don't know how quick I am.
Right.
But because I'm bigger now. Anyway. So I surprise people because that old quickness come out. Like, yeah, you got it for one play.
Honestly, when I was hooping Saturday, I was playing against some dude. He was like, I don't know who he was, one of the random guys that showed up during our run, He had to be like, I don't know, like 6'5". It was me. I was switching off between Chris and this guy, and dude was like, "Hey, I can't check him. He too fast."
Hey, that's real.
Hey, that joke gave me all kinds of confidence after hearing that joke. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, I got a certain level of respect for somebody who will say, "Hey, bro, I need you to check him because this ain't gonna be better for the team for me to check him." You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
that's me all day though.
That's real. You got.
I mean, I will run. I will get us up and down the court twice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test this water out. I'm like, yeah, this either cool. I got him, or we gonna have to switch this up because he is going to burn me.
Like when I was
100%. Because
when I was
I need a guy that's going after about 4 or 5 times
Slow
start
down
walking a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I need
That's
that
me.
guy. Yeah, I need that guy. I don't need the guy that's gonna run the whole time, man. You can run the whole time, man.
I can run one game.
You gonna be
One
open.
whole game. I can run one whole game.
You're gonna be open a lot.
If you played more, you'd be able to run more than one game.
Yeah,
now,
that's
because of COVID,
Wait, y'all play
I was-
full court?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Full court, back-to-back games.
Oh, see, before COVID, we was playing three,
4
4
hours
times
a day.
and
And
4 times a week.
Right.
Like we was playing, like, and I was in the league, so like I was playing all the time, and I was probably in the best shape I had been in probably years. Last year that went away. Thanks 2020. Merry Christmas. So anywho, but no, yeah, like that was. That like running up and down the court, we was there for it. Like I was finally starting to get back like quickness and stuff like, and like, because when I was younger, like Chuck said, 50 pounds ago, I could check anybody that was quick, like because I was one of the quicker ones. I was one of the faster guys. I was the guy going into the lane, throwing up. He remembers it specifically.
Hey.
Two-handed lay. I threw a two-handed
He would
layup.
be-
I was like
3 inches off the ground.
I was like
like
horizontal.
this.
Muddy. And Joe Dumars
In front of
still
the
out.
rim, 2 people checking him because they ain't expecting him to throw it up like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be ridiculous.
I had a high ankle sprain one time at Joe Dumars, and I still kept playing. It was a terrible decision, but it was fun.
Injury prone. But anyway, so yeah.
I don't like him. I do get hurt a little bit, but anywho.
You do.
Anywho.
I say, tell Mark to walk from here to the end of that table right now.
Wow.
Okay, so
As we wrap this up, right?
So one question before everybody wraps
they
this
trying to
up.
throw a little shade because somebody fell into my knee the other day hooping.
He's injured right now.
I actually wasn't gonna tell. I haven't told, but my wife and a couple people. But apparently they want to tell the world. So
It's okay.
Too much
I didn't
shade.
say nothing.
You good.
It was none of your business to tell. Though.
You good.
My gosh.
You good.
I'm
You
just
gonna
playing.
go, you gonna go
I
get
didn't,
checked
I
out. You
didn't
gonna be
tell
straight.
the world.
I'm just playing, but it was terrible. It is probably the worst.
That was G.
No, but this
He'll
will
be
be
hooping next week. He'll be fine.
Y'all got to be careful out here. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all got to be careful out here. But man, like I love sport. Was this something you wanted to share?
Yeah, I just want like real quick, maybe like 5 minutes. Quick question. So between all of us, right?
Yeah.
Individually, we've experienced all types of sports related. We had multiple sports related experiences, right? What are the combination of your sports experience? What kind of effect that it have on your life?
I'll start. For me, I mean, no matter how much I play around with it, people talking about, it built teamwork. Barely for me because of the fact of outside of sports, I still did other things like play chess, academic games. I did other things that, caught my attention more than sports.
I could argue chess is a sport, but go ahead.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe not a running up and down
Just like debate, but
athletics.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was like, if you want to
I feel
consider
like
that a
was
sport,
shade.
it's like debate. So anyways, but for me, for
My
me,
bad. I got jokes.
sports made me just, maybe rethink a couple things. It, like Mark said, it did help me get my conversation up,
Yeah.
It made me want to get in, conversations more. I had something to talk about. And it made me want to, gain more knowledge on different things and not just sports because I wanted to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
So therefore, I had to, gain more knowledge, pay attention to more things in society and what's going on. And, it just helped me become more, I guess, approachable and sociable with people.
Right.
Okay. What's funny?
He's G.
Nothing.
But go ahead. You want to go next since you?
Right, you got
Yeah.
your.
So no, I think in general sports just I think I was more of a shyer. I mean, I would never say I was shy, but I was
wouldn't
a
either.
lot less. I was a lot less talkative, but I think sports really brings you out of your shell. I think it really it gives you a sense of the sense of a team, like a
just
group of
naturally.
people working
That's what
together
it's
to get to
naturally
to
about.
a common goal.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, there's nothing like that. I mean,
Yeah.
like if you get to a like we had a basketball game where we came back from 25 and won. That kind of stuff when you work hard to get a task done and at the end of the game and that kind of stuff you really can't really beat that.
No, really.
I mean,
Did nothing fun.
Dang.
Did nothing fun.
So Mark,
You also didn't get into sports until now. So
you had to come back from a game or something.
I mean, football. Yeah, you be losing, then you gotta,
but you didn't really play.
lose by
I did.
one
That was on defense.
touchdown? 5 touchdowns.
You know what I'm saying? We get sacks out here.
But you
fumbles.
also didn't care then. That's different.
I cared a little bit.
Yeah.
Clearly, you didn't care.
Mark,
If it was air, you didn't care.
Right.
I mean,
I'm just saying, it didn't.
clearly, he didn't have
so
no
what
what
has sports done for you?
Sports has done a lot for me, man.
Everything for him.
It's
So life, bro.
hold on. Sports is not my. It's a big part of my life.
I was about to say, like, bro.
Side note, all you sports radios and ESPN, check my brother out. He really good with it. He got you.
We got video somewhere on our phone back in the day. We gotta find it though. Go ahead.
He had a smaller voice then.
I feel like my voice was always. Anyway, so no, but seriously, too much shade going on this episode. So anyway, I love it. Sports for me has done a lot because I feel like I love the conversations, like y'all mentioned. I love like I said, it did a lot of team building for me, like, and just in general, not necessarily like I've always been kind of like that team player type of person. Like when we play basketball, I've always been the point guard. When we like that's just naturally playmaking for other people. Like that's just naturally my thing. So I enjoy the team aspect of it. I do think learning more about sports as time went on has helped, but also sports for me. Learning about different sports and getting a chance to play different sports, like like when you're in gym, you start to have more of an appreciation of what sports do in the science that comes around with sports.
Right.
Like when I was in high school, I played, and this is not even a long story, but we got a chance to play tennis, and I wasn't the one about to sit here. I'm thinking like tennis easy, bro. This whatever. This is at my.
I can't do that.
A lot of running in tennis.
I was like junior year or something like that. Like I thought I was like, man, whatever, athletically. So I'm like, oh, we about to play tennis. Me and my other boy, man, we out here smacking the ball across the high school, basically. Like, what are we doing? And we realized that it was the science, but you had more of an appreciation for it.
you gotta-
so what
you
it
gotta
did
roll the
was
wrist over.
and that's real. Though.
I know.
Like, and so
Roll the wrist.
we ended up learning how to actually play tennis. And so because of that, it taught me to be patient with learning how to do it, because I was like, oh no, I need to pick this up right now, whatever. But I had to take my time. But then also it taught me to it gave me that desire to want to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I was like, oh, it's just tennis at first, I didn't think much of it.
Right.
I took the time to learn it. And that gave me, as I went on in life, it just made me want to appreciate these different things more often. It gave me the desire to want to learn more, just a lot of things in general.
Right.
Because of that. So because I want to learn sports so much, I want to learn all the stats. I want to learn all the different things going on. I take the time to research this stuff. I'm going to look this stuff up so that I can have good conversations, so that I can be knowledgeable about these things, so I just know what I'm talking about. But then I also can put together my own opinions and own, thoughts on it. So that really, like, just the ability to learn more and the desire to want to have more knowledge, that is definitely giving me that big time. That's as well as it's just fun. So, but I mean, Chuck, you got to go ahead and
Answer your own question.
yeah.
So yeah, to answer my own question, I think for me, just playing sports in general, not even for a team, I had the opportunity to really.
I just to let y'all know, this man started his car, right? we tried to ignore it. We tried.
Yeah, man.
But,
we gonna be transparent and keep it
but,
it threw us off.
we don't know what was happening. Right, go ahead, bro. Go
I
ahead.
ain't see his hands move.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if he was telepathically doing it. Like, what's going on?
dog.
But it threw us off.
It's a
But all right,
ghost.
Go ahead.
So,
You got Annabelle in the car. Go ahead.
wow.
All right, man. I guess we
So
don't have
we
to
don't
sign-
have Annabelle in the car, but anyway,
3. Go ahead. He ain't never gonna be able to get this out. This is gonna be the longest episode ever.
So anyway, sports for me, you know, growing up even till now has been just an opportunity to really make friends.
Yeah.
And I think growing up, because I moved around so much, I didn't really have too many long-term relationships that I can consider to be good friendships.
That's good, yeah.
And so being able to play sports and meet different people, find out the different temperaments of different people on and off the court, finding out that I relate to more people in that way, it was easier for me to play sports and start to get along with people than to, say, be in a classroom and be a friend with somebody or to be at work and be a friend with somebody. I could befriend just about anybody on the court.
Because you already know that you have a common interest.
Exactly.
It's easier to be like, oh, when you have a common interest with somebody, it's easier to just get right into. Right. At least the door is open now for you to take that chance.
Yeah.
So that's super dope, man. Because like I didn't even think about that, but that's honestly like I built a lot of friendships off sports. Right. Like over the time, like a lot of friendships.
Talking about it and playing it.
Yeah. That's super dope, man. So, hey. We got a chance to get a sports episode out. That's crazy.
We gonna get y'all a real sports episode too. I'm gonna make.
That's gonna be on our
probably
second
them two.
podcast. That's gonna be on our
Probably
second
them
podcast.
two.
So,
It don't matter.
But Max is probably gonna be them too.
Hey, we just gonna pick a day when they not gonna be here, and we're just
yeah.
gonna sit here and argue sports for 2 hours.
for 2 hours.
Y'all can do what y'all please with
He
that.
wild, bro. But anyway, I'm glad y'all got a chance to join us. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And if you didn't, I don't know what to tell you.
We got more coming in here.
Tragic. I'm sorry. This, obviously, this is a little break from the norm for us. But we like to switch up a little bit.
Absolutely.
We'll be back to our deep conversations.
Going on a rabbit hole, for real.
This was. We gotta take a break from that sometimes.
Even our deep conversations are funny, but
Yeah,
I feel like 2020
But I
was
feel like
a
they
heavy
want to
year.
learn something. We ain't got nothing to
2020
teach.
was heavy.
Even in our podcast, it was a heavy year. We started off 2021 pretty light.
Even though this is really 2020 and a half, but
right,
yeah.
2020 and a half. We expecting 2022 to show up real quick.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and sign off from Boys to Men.
1,
2.